Hey there, this is Danielle from Polygon, and I'm going to show you how to kill the Swamp Thing. Take on that monster contract in Witcher 3. So your journey begins here in Down Warren. You grab the contract. You follow your signs right to this fellow here, who says he's having some issues with a swamp monster. Which, you know, that seems appropriate since he lives in a swamp in this world where there are a lot of monsters. First fight kind of takes you to some drowners. This isn't too bad. You've seen a lot of drowners at this point. Basically, just use your fire sign, use your igni sign, and slash at them. They go down pretty easy, just don't get ganged up. So, the bit about this that's interesting is you can only do this quest once. Kira gives you the device by which you can actually see through illusions. So you can actually only check out the clues and find out where the monster is if you have that device at this point. Which you do. I don't think the contract is even open until then. That makes this a little more interesting. Just follow the markers. You're going to find this fellow here. And here's where we kind of find out what's actually going on here and what we're going to be fighting. An Ignis Fautus. I'm going to try to pronounce that right. So check out the bestiary. He moves real fast and he hides in the fog a lot. So it looks like some necrophage oil will be useful there. And also using your Quen sign to actually create a shield. He's hiding in this little area, this little cave. Again, there's an illusion, and look at this guy. He is really a fearsome-looking foe right here. A little bit like a gremlin gone horribly wrong. So I died a few times in this fight before I sort of figured out what the right pattern was. What he does is he moves really fast, he dodges around, he becomes one with the fog, and he sort of calls up these other little fog monsters. I had some real problems with him until I sort of realized what his patterns were. And I realized what to do with this fight. So the main thing is to always keep moving. Here's me actually getting this one right. So I used my Quen shield to keep that up, keep a nice little sort of protective aura around me. And he's not the toughest guy, you just need to really sort of be quicker than him. I totally ignored the other fog monsters that he made. They're just not even worth your time, basically. And just sort of kept patient and looked for him in the fog. He'll always show up, he's the green dude. The other fog monsters are just sort of white and they blend right into the fog. But he shows up, he really stands out. He packs a huge punch, so a couple of attacks from him and you're toast. So really just keep moving, keep on your toes. When you see him, dodge out of the way and then get a few good hits in. If you use that necrophage oil, you'll do really, really good damage on him. And I always kept that shield up. It was very, very useful for me to keep that shield up. Again, I died a few times before I realized how important this shield was to this fight, just because of how quick he is and how much damage he deals if you get sort of right in front of him. Those claws, basically. Yeah, so keep patient, that's a big thing in this fight, and keep quick. If you can get around him and sort of get his back, that's perfect. But you can at least get a couple of good quick hits on him, usually if he's sort of facing you. And here I'm basically going to go in for the kill. Again, necrophage oil, staying quick, staying on your feet, and this guy will go down pretty quick. And that is how you complete your Swamp Thing contract.